You're watching Rurouni K95's anime review on Mazinger Edition Z The Impact. Hi Ruronis, this is your pal Rurouni K95 here. Today's anime review, we get to cover another anime series. For today's anime review is Mazinger Edition Z The Impact. Yep. Mazinger Edition Z The Impact, known in Japan as True Mazinger Impact Z, translated in The Soul of Chogokin Toy's line as Shin Mazinger Impact Z, is a Mazinger anime series directed by Yasuhiro Imagawa, who is the director who is known for Giant Robo and Mobile Fighter G Gundam, which premiered in Japan on April 4th, 2009. According to the production staff, it has no relation to the 1970s show or should not be described as Mazinger Z remake, because ironically, yeah, Mazinger Z original 1972 one is basically more like a Monster of the Week type show, but that's not. We'll come to that in just a moment for another time. But anyways, we're here to discuss about Mazinger Edition Z The Impact. Yep, the anime series that is directed by Yasuhiro Imagawa, who is the director of Mobile Fighter G Gundam, because this series is a retelling of the basic story of Mazinger Z, featuring most of the same characters, mechanical beasts, and some general plots of the original series, plus some additional material. It keeps the original plotline of Mazinger Z, but makes a reference to other Go Nagai works, such as Z Mazinger, Devilman, Violence Jack, Demon Lord Dante, and Abashiri family, and others. Elements from other related Mazinger works appear in the series, such as the story of Kidora, based on the original Mazinger Z story by Ken Ishikawa. Yeah. And also the appearance of Integer Z, the original concept before Mazinger Z, what you see in Mazinger Z Edition series, which is Mazinger Edition Z The Impact. Because this anime series has capsulated only 26 episodes from April 4th, 2009 until September 26th, 2009 as well. Yep. Along with the TV series, a new manga, True Mazinger Zero, started on April 18th, 2009, which has appeared in the magazine Champion Red as well. Yeah. The pair responsible for the shonen manga Akumetsu, Yoshiaki Tabata and Yuki Yogo, write and illustrate the Shin Mazinger Zero manga. In 2010, a game based on the series was released for the PC only as well. So for the plot in Mazinger Edition Z The Impact, however, in the near future, a mineral particularly known as Japanium is discovered under Mount Fuji. The ore is discovered to produce a powerful energy source known as, particularly, photon energy. Dr. Juzo Kabuto and his associates have begun researching photon energy. You guessed it. Yeah. Planning to use it as a solution to the energy crisis plaguing the Earth, when the nefarious Dr. Hell and his associates Baron Ashura attack his laboratory. Along with this, the mysterious Kurogane house has begun to become invented with the affairs of these two parties. During all of this, Juzo's grandchildren Koji and Shiro encounter one of Baron Ashura's robots on its way to attack Dr. Kabuto's mansion, where he has begun to work on his greatest invention. Dr. Kabuto, seeing the danger at hand, sends out the Collider to Koji, allowing him to combine with the giant robot Mazinger Z to fight against Dr. Hell's forces. So for the plot for the story particularly in Mazinger Edition Z The Impact, this is a lot no relation to the original Mazinger Z series, because this anime series was directed by the same anime director who worked on the Mobile Fighter G Gundam series, which, ironically, Mobile Fighter G Gundam is particularly my all-time favorite anime series, which I remember watching on Toonami, which is part of Cartoon Network's old Toonami lineup. But anyways, for Mazinger's Edition Z, The Impact, however, Shin Mazinger Z's form of storytelling can be confusing at times, especially at the beginning. The first episode of Shin Mazinger Z is one that reveals a lot of things about the story and its climax, but then we return to the second episode to restart the series anew. There are many moments of flashbacks and even a segment where the main characters are living inside of one big flashback, which could further what you expect seeing what's going on if you ever watched Mazinger Edition Z The Impact as well. It's strange and confusing at times, not a style as much of how you expect what is going on. Yeah. Also, Mazinger Z has moments of classic Go Nagai darkness that we never really see brought up again in the first few episodes. We have our protagonist screaming in despair over something that we don't really see people react to in the most mecha shows, in particular, basically in anime type mecha shows as in general as well. I mean, it's not like because how you expect seeing what is going on, and it really shows unique perspective. However, once that moment passes, we never really see it brought up again, and which can be somewhat disappointing when we see these characters in scenarios that brought them to that original scenario happen again. That being said, the story tone is very unique. It has that Go Nagai has a brand of dark tones mixed with comedic moments, and it can be quite compelling at times. However, near the end, it felt to me like they were trying to so very hard to throw all kinds of exciting twists and turns at you when, and honestly, and the sudden changes and the confusing character alliances can just make you feel lost in delusion to the plot as well. I mean, the animation is nothing special. I mean, unfortunately, the movements can be pretty choppy at this point, as it was if they wanted done it professionally for this particular anime series as well. Yeah. And yet, there's not that many shots that I would see as things that could inspire awe in a viewer or get them excited. Many things are presented pretty plainly, which sort of lowers the excitement of the viewer during the combat scenes. That being said, I will give it a point above average from being Go Nagai's art style. I love the use of exaggerated proportions and cartoony designs to explore mature themes and enter the dark stories as well, and the star in a large-scale action stories. It is unique and interesting dynamic that keeps the shows look fun and enjoyable, even if the animation can drop the ball as well. Now, if this was Devilman Crybaby, then I would have been compelled to my previous anime review to have it on full blast if you ever want to see which series to start with, either Mazinger Edition Z, The Impact, or Devilman Crybaby as well. But it's Mazinger Edition Z, The Impact, because this anime series, Mazinger Edition Z, The Impact, only has 26 episodes, and it's directed by the anime director who worked on Mobile Fighter G Gundam as well. Yep. I mean, the sound, however, every seiyuu care about their work here. Akabane Kenji's intensity as the protagonist Koji Kabuto is great, pretty great. If the animation were a better of quality, if I feel like I wanted to say like Rocket Punch or Burestu Fire, is how you pronounce it in Japanese as well. Alongside him, just because of how good his voice acting can be sometimes, it also has a decent soundtrack on there, with two great opening theme songs and possible ending theme songs. What expect seeing in Mazinger Edition Z, The Impact as well. Yeah. However, there's one problem. It has sometimes the songs can be picked for certain scenes can have very unfitting backing tracks, One song in particular has a very intense tone to it, but it also has a relatively goofy segment in it. So when it's being played in the last episode during a fight against, who would guess, you've guessed, a giant robot, in a particular way, in some tension with a bit goofy a bit of music begins playing during a serious scene. I mean, now if this was Devilman Crybaby or the original Devilman 1978 2 series or the original Mazinger Z series, then I would have been compelled to see which series to start with, which it has how to begin with, which one to decide to tell. But it's Mazinger, you guessed it, it's Mazinger Edition Z The Impact, because this anime series has other characters like particularly Tetsuya from Great Mazinger is in this one, and also Demon Lord Dante is in this one particularly. I didn't surprised that that this anime has 26 episodes, as it was gotten more episodes than this at that point as well. I adore the character designs of Go Nagai, but what can also be fun is their personalities. Oji Kabuto is one of, if not the first ever mecha protagonist. However, instead of being some goofy two shoes or caring about everyone around him, Koji has some moments of him honestly being mean, rude, or violent. Koji, who will basically beat up anyone who makes fun of his grandfather. He'll plush people around to get his way. It's very interesting, especially watching him grow into a more sensitive and mature person as the story goes on, of how it progresses. However, during the last few episodes, something happens that really drops the ball in the terms of Koji's character growth, and it's quite a pain as well. However, on the other hand, on the opposite side of Koji, Baron Ashura is another standout character. Ashura has a lot of great moments that I really enjoy. That they've got an interesting dynamic, a dark backstory that reveals loyalty and some interesting personal conflicts that happen during the course of the series, how it progresses. However, besides these two, if you ever see the other series, of how you expect seeing if you ever saw that anime. However, for overall, because there's some dark tones in this particular anime series. It's not like how you expect seeing dark tones in the original Mazinger Z, but Mazinger Edition Z, The Impact, definitely takes the cake as well, despite how I look back at my anime review on Devilman Crybaby, which it all has got to me as well. And I know that Mazinger Edition Z, The Impact, did got a DVD and Blu-ray release from Discotek Media when it was released on DVD in 2015. The series is scheduled for a release on DVD and Blu-ray in Spain and only in Mexico on DVD. But the series Mazinger Edition Z, The Impact, is available in both DVD and Blu-ray in Italy as Mazinger Edition Z, The Impact by Yamato Video as well. Because every certain anime series like Mazinger Z has gotten like 26 episodes, particularly at this point, as it would have either 52 episodes or 37 episodes at this point. But Mazinger Edition Z, The Impact, only has 26 episodes from its original run from April 4th, 2009 to September 26, 2009. I really love the series because I knew that this series was directed by the same anime director who worked on Giant Robo OVA and Mobile Fighter G Gundam, because I find this an outstanding, fun anime series, what Mazinger Edition Z, The Impact is. If you haven't seen Mazinger Edition Z, The Impact, I highly recommend you to watch it for free on Crunchyroll, or you can get it on DVD or Blu-ray that is released by Discotek Media as well. So that's going to be it for my anime review on Mazinger Edition Z, The Impact for today's anime review. Thank you for watching, but before we go, here's my thoughts on this. When I first watched this, I really enjoyed the series. It's a lot fun to watch because I have watched this once and twice, especially Mazinger Edition Z, The Impact, because if you haven't seen this, I highly recommend you to watch it on Crunchyroll, or if you can get it on DVD or Blu-ray that is released by Discotek Media as well. Hope subscribe for content on my anime planet, link in the description down below. You can share this video on your Twitter, Facebook if you have Twitter, Facebook account, and all of social media. Be sure to give this video a thumbs up by clicking on the like button on this video. Feel free to leave in the comments in the comment section below. Be sure to subscribe to my channel, RoniK95. Feel free to join my channel, especially new on my channel. Hit the notifications bell button. Keep it otaku for this anime review, and I got another anime review coming up next. What I have here. Stay tuned for my next anime review. I got an anime movie tomorrow for my anime review on A Silent Voice. Stay tuned for my next anime review on A Silent Voice because you won't want to miss another anime review.